Good morning, Canton. Almost good afternoon. I'm Eric,
And I'm Tim.
and this is the Village Idiots podcast. We are Connecticut's best Masonic fantasy football podcast because we are Connecticut's only Masonic fantasy football podcast. How you doing this morning, Tim?
I'm doing great. I'm wondering if we need to expand that, be like Good Morning Connecticut,
Yeah, yeah.
And are we the only fantasy football Masonic based podcast in the country? Possibly the world? We should look into
We
that.
should look into that, but
I'm gonna pretend like we have somebody in back. Hey, Gary, can you look that up?
Yeah,
Pull that up
please.
for us? Thanks. We need somebody so we can, like Rogan does.
oh yeah,
You
just
know,
like shout out.
Yeah. Bring it up.
We have
Come on.
We have to come up with some funny name though, like Matthew Berry had secret squirrel, or Kyle the secret squirrel or whatever.
Yep,
his name is.
yep,
We need
yep.
somebody like that.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, but we'll get on that. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
we're on top of it. Production values will be increasing this year.
Oh yeah, and we'll have a budget.
Oh yeah, totally,
Yeah, totally have a budget.
Let's we'll talk to Nick about allocating some funds.
Come on, Nick. You want to come on here.
I know you can do it.
Alrighty, guys. Well, it's good to be here. How was your week, Tim?
My week was great. Busy. But it's January is literally the longest month, like the longest month. Like it's still January. There's a week left in this fucking month.
Right.
So it sounds like there should be two more. Like, ugh.
So the 3 weeks between Thanksgiving and Christmas had no effect on the length of how January feels.
No, absolutely not. It doesn't. It's just from January 2nd, like when we all go back to work,
Yep.
to the 31st, it's just absolute chaos. February can go either way for me. My birthday's in February, so there's usually like a couple, and Logan's birthday's in February, so there's usually some stuff going on there. But January just takes forever, man.
Yeah.
And just with the weird weather, right? Like it was so warm.
At the beginning,
And then like now it's freezing. I guess this is what it was supposed to be. I was reading something about like La Nina. I guess it finally
hit us. Yeah.
hit us, or it finally picked up, and blah blah blah. I don't know weather, but I do know that it was cold. Now today's not bad, right?
No, it's
so
not bad.
39 degrees right
It
now.
still feels
39
cold
degrees.
though.
We get a little bit of breeze. You gotta get a hoodie, man.
I just want to rock my sweater.
You know,
so I
I
still
got
can,
that's the problem. I did laundry last night, and I was like full. Aaron's sitting in bed, and I'm putting my clothes away, and I'm like, do I have a hoodie problem? Because I bought this yesterday. I bought this hoodie yesterday, and I'm like,
No,
I own like 12 hoodies,
there's no such thing. as
and
a
somehow I
hoodie
wear
problem.
them all in a week. So.
Well,
Yeah.
as long as you wash them, I mean.
Oh yeah. You wash them, clean them, that sort of stuff. Got to do that. But yeah, it's
Well, happy early birthday to you. and
Well, thank
Logan.
you. Yeah. It'll be good. I think. Yeah, I'm a week from Thursday, and then Logan's the end of the month. He's the 26th. So.
Oh, my buddy Carmen's he's on the 7th. So,
Okay,
yeah.
day after mine.
yeah.
Day after mine. So that'll be good. So yeah, let's talk about football.
Let's talk about
Who
football,
watched some games last week?
Oh my
Boys, we had
God.
two outstanding games last week.
Fantastic and unpredictable. Well, the Philly game was kind of predictable.
The
but
Philly game was kind of predictable.
they were both snow games.
Yeah, but it is wild, all right, when you think about that Philly game, right?
And Saquon Barkley.
So Saquon, he had the two big runs,
Oh,
right? He had
yeah.
the one for like 60 and then the second one for 70 plus.
Something like that, yeah.
Watch the first run and just look at the field and just the atmosphere of the game. Just forget about the play.
Yeah.
Look at the scene. It looks like they're playing that game in October.
Yep.
Field's nice and clean. It looks like you look on TV, like, it's not so bad.
No.
And then you look at that second run, and it's a freaking blizzard. It's amazing what happened in the span of like an hour and a half.
I love games like that. I really do.
But yeah, Saquon, just the fuck you tour continues. And
Yep.
if you are the New York Giants,
You feel fucking
you
stupid
are
right now.
fucking just how that entire front office is not gone. I don't know.
Did the Giants deal Daniel Jones yet?
That's a great question. Let's look that up. I mean,
I thought I read earlier this week that he was going to Minnesota, but I could be wrong.
he's in Minnesota.
He's in Minnesota? Oh, shit. Yeah, Daniel Jones predicted to leave Vikings for what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he must have gotten. Yeah, Oh Jesus, this kid was born when I was graduated high school. Fuck me. Yeah. So
Oh yeah, that's right. He did get traded to.
that's crazy. Look. I'm sorry, dude. Go to the Arena Football League where you belong. Yeah, like
Keep working out for flag football for the Olympics, even though I don't think
I don't think he'll make the
you'll
team.
make that there.
No, it's just the Giants gambled and they lost. But like any good degenerate gambler, they kept thinking they could win. And then they finally went to rehab, and getting rid of Daniel Jones was the result.
I love the analogy, but they also got rid of Saquon on the way.
Well, they did get rid of Saquon, right? And it obviously you can't predict what could happen, right? You can't say if Saquon was on the Giants this year, does he have the same season? There's no way to predict that. It's a different offensive line, it's a different system, it's a different coordinator, it's a different head coach. We get all that, but this kid. Obviously, we knew it from his time in New York. Tons of potential.
Yeah,
he just
absolutely.
he needed the right system around him and that sort of thing. So, from that fault, you can't really fault either side in that. The Giants have their system, and the Eagles have their system, and it's very obvious, at least right now, that the Eagles system works out better for Barkley. And there's certainly an element of fuck you.
Yeah,
right. Fuck you. Fuck you. I know what I'm doing. Y'all should have kept me. Y'all should have paid me.
Y'all should have listened.
But that being said, it was an incredible game. I think it was the Rams were in it. I mean, they were in it the whole time. Couple of big defensive stops there from the Rams.
Oh yeah.
Or from the Eagles, which helped out. I mean, it's been a week. There were some turnovers. And we're going to talk about the Baltimore game, and there were some turnovers there.
Yep.
Because we talked last week about Washington, Detroit, and Houston, KC, because those are the Saturday games. So our podcast happened on Sundays. Well, these two games happened after, right? I mean, it was the 3:00 and the 6:30, and we were off the air by then. But
and I'm glad you got a chance to watch them. Going back to your discussion about whether anybody could have predicted Saquon's fuck you tour, I think you could have. I have to, respectfully disagree. I really think you could have because of the way that the Eagles, not only the brass, but the players just embraced him and treated him like the stud that he is. It just goes without saying. Like, yeah, Philly has a better offensive line, so you can really predict that he would have had a much better season in Philadelphia than he would have had if he stayed in New York. And he wasn't appreciated in New York. They tried running their system through their quarterback, and their quarterback, unfortunately, was Daniel Jones.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have those two things, frustration builds resentment, and you just don't try hard. Like, it's just a fact of life,
Absolutely. You're absolutely correct. And, I don't know, man.
Philadelphia totally embraced Saquon Barkley, and it shows.
Well, they did, and the city embraced them, and everybody, was just kind of, hey, this is,
so
this is what we want, and Philly, they want to win a championship, right? When was the last time Philly won the Super Bowl? I mean, it's recent.
Oh, with
right?
the New England game where Brady had over 600 yards.
Yep.
And they still lost
2017
because the defense couldn't hold out Philly.
Yeah. But I feel like the Eagles have always been like that, tough. The hard nosed. It's kind of like the if you watch hockey, the Flyers, right? They used that's their whole MO. Just beating up on teams, beating up on teams. I mean, I saw a great brawl at the Wolfpack game last night. Let me tell you.
Oh, fantastic! We did that when we went a few weeks ago. We saw one too. That was fantastic.
Yeah, it was, dudes. The end of the second period just turned into chaos. Like,
who did they play?
The Rochester Americans. They lost 6-3, but I mean, it was. So the end of the second period. So we scored a goal the last 40 seconds. We put one in, and then we had a nice little rush, a nice little flurry at the end of the second period. And I didn't catch what happened because, unfortunately, so it was packed at the Civic Center last night. It was like 9,000 people there, which
Wow.
usually we're like 5,000 to 6,000. So it was like the upper tiers were packed. So there's just fucking people moving in. It just annoys me. Like, stay in your damn seat until the intermissions.
Yeah, right.
Don't get up. Don't go back and forth. Like, get your fucking popcorn before and sit down.
And you can't,
Like, I want to
those-
see the game.
Those seats are tight.
They
I'm
are
sorry.
tight. So we so something happened, and all of a sudden I look down, and like the
They're
Rochester goalie is like going at it with somebody. His
No.
helmet's off.
The friggin' goalie came out. Nice.
Well, no, because it was down in their end, right?
Yeah.
And then our goalie comes down, and it's just, they start beating on each other. It was fantastic. I mean, it was great. It took them like 5 minutes to sort it all out and get everybody off the ice because it was the end of the period. And then of course this third period starts, and there was like 2 minutes of game misconduct, 2
Right.
minutes, game misconduct. I was like, yeah, it's fantastic. So,
But at least it's entertaining for the crowd.
what is entertaining? So, looking at that and looking at it under the that lens, and Philly is, they're a tough team. It's a tough city, and they got a lot of pride there. So, I can see all that, and I can see what they want to do.
So Saquon, top 5 fantasy football draft next season?
Again, it's so right now, yeah, absolutely. You take Saquon Barkley in the first round, maybe the second.
I
He
think
goes
he's
first round, but
He might be number 1 next year with the season he's had.
with the season he's had.
Yeah.
But that's the thing,
But
right?
someone's
So-
always going to pick up on him because of that.
Christian McCaffrey.
Bobby.
Okay. I mean, I think you're also going to have people who dig a little deeper into the stats. I know I'm going to dig a little bit deeper because yes, you can take that big name, and look, I'm not gonna say if I'm top 3, I'm taking Saquon Barkley, like 100%, because I think he goes 1, 2, or 3 in our draft, probably in most drafts.
Yep. Justin Jefferson, I think he's going to slide a little bit because
I think so.
Although he has shown that he's quarterback proof. Like if you get him the ball, he's going to get you yards.
Mhm.
So I still think he slides to the end of the first. Saquon's definitely going 1 or 2. It all depends on your strategy too. Are you going to go, running back, wide receiver, like 0 running back? I mean, it all depends on again how the actual NFL draft plays out. How preseason shuffles out, trades and all that stuff.
Yeah,
It's
no,
all
I
gonna-
mean,
it's all gonna
there's
depend.
a lot there. So, it'll be interesting to see what happens, how we, how do teams react, how does he react? Because I think like McCaffrey's going to slip a little bit.
Uh-oh.
What?
Speaking of the worshipful master,
Look at this!
Look at
Look
this.
at this coming down.
he heard his name and he appeared. Oh, with the
Ben,
boys.
Ben, what are you wearing?
Oh,
Come
Ben,
here, bud.
Ben,
Come here.
Ben. Come on.
Come here, bud.
Yeah, come on.
Come here. Come here. Come here. This.
Say hi to Benny,
Say
everybody.
hi to Benny. Here, right here. Say hi. Say what's up.
Hi.
Yo.
Again, you want to get over here too?
What are you
Come on.
doing? You picking the Chiefs today?
Who you picking, Gan?
Every day?
You don't know? What about for the Philly-Washington game? Who you picking? That's all right. That's all right, bud.
What's up,
That's
boys?
all right. How you guys doing?
Yeah.
Well, if we would have known, we would have set up a mic for you, worshipful. Oh,
All
Benny,
right, dude.
Benny, you're welcome anytime you
welcome
can
in.
drag your dad down here. And we'll set up a microphone just for you.
Yeah. Well, here, you got to practice. You got to get right up to the
Yeah.
mic so we can hear you. That's
Yeah,
Can you hear me anyways?
the way it goes, bud.
yeah.
There you go.
Try it now.
There.
Can you hear yourself? Talk.
You'll be able to hear yourself. Yeah. Tell us about the Chiefs. Why are they the best?
And Tim will tell you why that's not happening.
There you go. Right there.
They're good.
They're
Yeah,
good. Who's better, Mahomes or Kelsey?
Mahomes.
Mahomes.
Yeah.
You think he's gonna have a monster day today?
Yeah.
What do you think? 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns,
5 touchdowns.
5
touchdowns.
in the air or on the ground or combined?
In the air.
In the air. It's gonna. You heard it here, folks. Mahomes is gonna throw for 5.
So that
which
means Kelsey's getting 2 of them.
Kelsey's getting 2 of them, so Taylor Swift will be happy.
Yep. She'll be
Um,
jumping up and down for joy.
I got Josh Allen throwing 12 touchdowns today.
There we go. Highest scoring game in
You don't
NFL
think that's
history.
going to happen?
No.
No?
Why would it?
I love it.
That's outstanding.
Love it.
How would they even be?
Well, they're in
They're gonna
Arrowhead,
be
right?
Chiefs are going to beat them like 36? 36?
36?
Chiefs are going to have 36. What are
Chiefs
the,
are putting 36 on the board.
what are the
today.
Bills going to have?
5?
They're going to have 5 points? 5 total points?
7? So just one touchdown?
I don't know, man.
You heard it here. Ben's predicting a field goal and a safety for the Bills.
Well, watch next week. That happens, and then we're gonna have to have Ben on every day.
We will. We will. If Mahomes throws for 5, my parlay is screwed. But
Yeah. So, who's your favorite player on the Chiefs, man?
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes. All right. All right. What about Xavier Worthy? You like him? No, you don't like Xavier Worthy?
No.
Kelsey? I'm sure you like Kelsey.
No.
No, you don't like
No?
Kelsey either? Just Patrick Mahomes?
not a Taylor Swift fan?
Dude, tell me you got that face. Tell me you got that face. Oh, that's amazing. Love it. That might be like our thumbnail for our
Yeah, right.
podcast from now on. Hope you don't mind, Ben. How was basketball yesterday?
It was good.
Yeah?
We lost by like 36. But
Yeah. Did you put any in?
Yeah, I put 30.
36? We
Three?
play the Lakers?
Good job.
No. We played Harrington.
Harlington.
We played Harwington yesterday, too.
Yeah.
Nice.
Congratulations, bud.
Can you dunk yet?
You yelled at the ref.
Don't yell at the ref, man.
Did you learn that from your dad?
The ball was out of bounds. And he's like, what are you talking about? He was this far away.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Was it the same ref from our game? The old guy, the ball guy? Yeah, okay.
Oh, good.
So you guys gonna be here for the Super Bowl party?
Yeah.
All right. Are you guys making the wings, or is your dad making the wings? Oh, Dan's gonna make the wings.
Danny's
All
making
right.
the wings? All right. Danny, what kind of wings are you making? Smoked buffalo.
All right.
So you're doing those on the Traeger and then moving them over? Okay. That'll be interesting.
Well, you guys came just in time. We're just wrapping up our discussion about the Philly Rams game,
Yeah.
and we're just moving to the.
We are just about to move to that Chiefs game.
Yep.
So
No, it's all good. You guys.
okay. Your ears are going to be ringing, though, because I'm about to light Patrick Mahomes up like a firework.
Yup.
Well, that's fun. And we love having guests. So
Yes.
welcome down, guys. Welcome down.
And like I said, if you guys let us know in advance, we can
Yeah.
set up a place for you.
I can
and-
bring more mics. and,
Yeah.
you know, we've got room for 2 more here.
But feel free to shout things out, like, if you want to.
Absolutely. So yeah, so let's talk about that KC or that Buffalo Baltimore game.
Oh my God, dude.
Turnovers. Turnovers.
And missed 2-point conversion opportunities.
Lamar Jackson threw 4 interceptions all freaking year.
Yep. And how many did he have last
I believe
week?
it was 2.
Yeah.
I believe it was 2.
Still get better than Jared Goff did.
He did do better than Jared Goff. Well, to be
That's not-
fair,
that
I'm
goes
pretty
without
sure
saying.
Jared Goff has a concussion. So
After that hit,
After
yeah.
that
But he came right back out on the field, and he looked pissed off.
I mean, are you not going back? It's I mean, this
just
is the
think it was-
deepest Detroit's made it to the playoffs since Henry Ford, was alive. I mean, yeah.
But again, with a snow game, you never know what's going to happen. That's
2
why I
good
love
snow
them.
games.
Yes.
2 good snow games. It was very solid, but
I really thought that they were going to come back and tie it up.
you
I
know,
really did.
and who did the Baltimore Buffalo game? Was it Collinsworth? I can't remember. Yeah,
that's Honsler.
just constantly like, well, Baltimore plays in the snow. I mean, there's Maryland snow and there's Buffalo snow. And, that was, and I love they kept calling it lake effect snow.
Yeah, they always do that with
It's
the Buffalo.
lake effect snow.
Come on, guys.
It's a fracking blizzard, man.
Yep. It's 3 degrees outside.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I love how ballsy is it, by the way, that they that the new Buffalo Stadium's not going to be a dome. I mean,
right there. Yeah. Yeah. But,
you've got to love that. It's absolutely fantastic.
But, it all came down to your boy Mark Andrews, and unfortunately, he feels bad.
Fantasy bust all year.
I know he tweeted something out or something like that. It was he felt bad, man. He should feel bad.
You should feel bad. It's you get paid to catch a football, and I don't know. Did you not have the super sticky gloves? Like,
you gotta have those.
Like, could your mom not afford them this year? Like, I don't know. I feel like you're paid enough to afford them. I feel like the team probably supplies them.
Or he could have borrowed them from somebody else that wasn't going to get the ball. I mean,
so here's he could have, but so I came across something the other day. When I'm on the toilet and I'm doom scrolling reels.
Yeah, of course.
And I think it was the Rams. Their equipment manager has like he does reels.
Yep.
So they were talking about cleats. So at least, and I don't know if this is every team, but I know, and I think it was the Rams. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But every cleat that they get, and they're Nike, right? Because the Nike's the sponsor.
Yep.
Has an RF chip embedded in them.
Yeah.
And all over the, the equipment areas and everything, the locker rooms, they have Zebra scanners. Zebra, for people who don't know, is a big company that does logistics and asset management. They have these like RF scanners all over the place. They know how many times a player wears a pair of cleats.
Yeah.
How many times they put them on, go out where they are, so that they can adjust, everything. And I would imagine it's the same thing with other stuff. I mean,
Absolutely.
So. I just find that fascinating.
Right
it's all fascinating. So, but if you look at that play, I mean, I think you can't say that he shouldn't have had that. There was no one in front of him, right? I mean, we can bring up the play. We can bring up the play here and take a look, but
and just so the audience knows, when we're talking like logistics and analytics, that's all Azure cloud-based, so Amazon is making money off of that.
That's Microsoft.
It's Microsoft?
Again, tell me you don't work in tech without telling me you don't work in tech.
I work in tech.
Yeah. Azure is Microsoft.
Azure's Microsoft.
AWS is Amazon.
I know they do analytics for the NFL though. Like they post.
So it's next gen stats.
Yeah.
I don't. That's a good question. So here it is.
They always say it's powered by AWS.
Here it is. So we're looking at this. It's a 2-point PAT. Okay. Here we go. Rolls out wide open.
Yep.
Wide open, and he just doesn't get it. And
it's a heartbreaker, man.
To be fair, though, he's moving laterally,
yeah.
Right? And it looks like the throw might be a little, just enough where he's got to adjust his hands. And that can be very, very hard. Actually, no, looking at it from this angle, nope, he just straight up dropped it.
Hey, buddy, just so you know, like, we can't see it on the stream.
You can't?
No, we cannot.
Yeah, you can. You're just behind, dude.
Oh.
You're just behind. Remember, there's a lag.
That's a big lag, dude.
I didn't put it out there. Friggin' talk to YouTube. It's their lag, man. I don't, So yeah, like he had it,
Yeah.
but it looks a little weird. Like you would think in that, again, you're taught, to catch a football like this, unless you're kind of over the shoulder. And then, so when the ball's out in front of you, we teach kids put your thumbs together. And when the ball's kind of coming over your shoulder, we say put your pinkies together.
And catch it like that. Yeah.
So he's kind of trying to do it like weird. He's trying to bring it in this way, where I think maybe if his hands were. I mean, we're nitpicking.
You think
stuff.
he's cold? I mean,
it's cold.
It is cold.
It's cold. He's not wearing long sleeves.
No.
I mean, we'll put every excuse into the book, right?
Well,
his arms are cold.
It comes down
The
to
stickiness on the gloves wore off.
the end of the day.
You know,
he
he's only
did not
paying.
come up with it.
He's only being paid $5 million a minute.
Yeah,
Like I don't know. You know, whatever it is. I mean, it's a heartbreaking loss. You know, Baltimore should have won that game, or at least gone to overtime.
They should have. But you called the Buffalo to win that game. I called for Baltimore.
I did. I think so I think there's a fire there. I think Josh Allen he's got that football IQ. Again, I go back to this. I don't think Mahomes is the smartest player that's out there.
I saw the eye roll.
You know,
But he's still young. But
he
you're
is
right.
still young. Well, Mahomes has been in the year. How long has Mahomes been in the league? I mean, he's
We're
not.
going on like actually starting. He started, I think, in
No, I'm not.
2019.
When did he get into the league? That's when you start your education, right? That's
17 he started.
So he's been around for almost a decade.
Yeah.
I don't think he's the smartest player out there. I think Josh Allen has better football IQ. Lamar Jackson, I think, has better football IQ. Jaden Daniels has better football IQ, right? And I think that's very evident when you see a rookie quarterback that's able to do that. Mahomes relies on his arm. He relies on his
talent
legs.
and his instincts.
But I don't see, again, I think we talked about this last week, right? And it's going a little bit by the wayside as things change. But you look at the most recent era, Brady, Manning,
Yeah.
you know, all them, really managed the game at the line of scrimmage, right? They were constantly changing coverages, changing plays, changing protections. All that was happening. I don't, Mahomes doesn't do that. Like I see him go up there and he's like, all right, we're going to go with whatever got sent in from the sideline. You know, maybe he'll change a protection here and there.
Yeah.
And he does. Like he makes some magical plays, right? He lemonade out of lemons a lot of the time. But then you lose respect for him because he does shit like flop out of bounds, like he did last week.
Yeah.
And that was the most blatant one that didn't get called, right? And what's funny is him popping up, going, "What do you mean? What do you mean you're not going to give me that?" Like, all right, LeBron. I know y'all have lunch all the time, but
But to be fair, every time Brady got hit, he did the same thing. So,
Brady actually got hit though.
Brady did
Like
get
let's be clear.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Brady actually got hit.
He did.
Manning actually got hit, right?
that was really blatant.
Let's
That
bring up a montage of late '90s just quarterback hits.
Oh
Okay.
man. And compare, put it side by side with 2000, 2010
Yeah.
quarterbacks.
They love to
getting hit.
talk about
Yeah.
Bountygate.
Yeah.
Let's watch highlights of Lawrence Taylor in the '80s. Just a crack fueled
The Iron
monster.
Curtain.
Right.
Crazy. But you bring up a good point, and you also bring up Jaden Daniels. So let's talk about that Philly game today, man.
The kid's a wizard.
He
The
really
kid's a wizard.
is.
He is an X factor because I think and I think even now with all the success that they've had this year, and he's got some good weapons around him, no doubt. He's still underestimated,
Oh yeah.
right? And that's the problem
And
because he's a
everybody,
rookie.
I just want to remind you, I picked him up in the 6th round. So
Yeah,
Just
you
saying.
did 6 rounds.
Six
round. I mean,
Anyway.
the kid has proved time and time again this year that that's what it is. And I gotta be honest. I think it would Ben aside, right, Benny? Most people are rooting for Buffalo today.
Yep.
Okay, most people are rooting for Buffalo today. Love you, bud, but it's the truth. My brain wants Philly, but my heart wants Washington. Washington was my mom's team, and first of all, they'll forever be the Redskins.
Of
But
course.
besides that, it just
They've had such a great year.
they've had such a fantastic year.
You want to see it.
I mean, I was torn last week. Like I wanted Detroit because
Oh, I
Cinderella story, right? And Dan Campbell is just like he's just that dude. Like you look at Dan Campbell, you're like, didn't I see that guy at the bar last week, like
Right.
with a Miller Lite and a Lucky Strike in his mouth, like. But
Singing Back to the
Washington,
Jukebox.
is
You ever seen the
if
replacements?
Washington makes it through, it's going to be.
Oh, and they can. They've Philly has won one game, and Washington has won
I
one
think they
game.
can, but they're playing at the link, and that's.
I just gotta interrupt you. Did you see online they're selling snow from the link?
I did see.
That's
I did see. They
ridiculous.
not only it's sold out.
It's
sold out.
at $50 a
What,
pint.
what do you got there? Well, that's water from.
Yeah.
How do you know?
Exactly.
How do you? Well, Saquon Barkley personally told me. he ran on that piece of that
yeah, you
water
can see
molecule
his
right there,
one
right there.
cleat mark right there.
Come on.
It's ridiculous.
But
Have you ever watched The Replacements? Keanu Reeves, Gene
a
Hackman.
long time ago.
One of my favorite football movies.
Okay.
And Gene Hackman's the coach of Washington, by the way.
Mhm.
And he has this one quote that winners always want the ball when the game is on the line.
Yes.
And
That's-
Jaden Daniels always wants the ball.
Yep.
And you can see it on his face. You can see how when he's on the field, he's smiling, he's having fun. When he's on the sidelines, he's stone-faced, he's watching the game, he's noticing things. He's going to have a good career.
I think so. And early success is not indicative of a long, successful career, but I think he's got the makings, right? He's got it up here. He's got it here. And, with what's his name? Dan Snyder gone.
Oh,
Right. And he's pissed.
Of
I saw.
course
I
he's
read an
pissed.
article this morning. He is
Good.
pissed about their success.
Good.
Like, good, dude. Good. Like,
you're a freaking piece of
you absolutely are a piece of garbage.
poop. Yeah.
But
Man, now we can't be adult rated now. We have kids in here.
have you not met Nick? Yeah, we're fine.
Oh yeah, we're. I can drop F-bombs in front of the kids. All right. Okay.
Yeah, right. But they want to win,
They do.
and that's definitely going to be a differentiator. Going through. So
And who ended up being on the board that bought the team? Was it Magic Johnson? Was he on the?
again, good question. Let's look up.
'Cause
let's look
they-
that up.
They collectively made great decisions in terms of their management of the team,
Yes.
and it shows. I mean, they turned their number 2 pick into an NFC championship game.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
So you got a bunch of people I don't know. I mean, this is a
Oh yeah, so a big consortium.
but yeah, Magic Johnson, limited partner, again, whoever, I don't know who these other people are, but yeah, Magic Johnson's in there, a bunch of other, folks. And, we want to, it's tough. It's tough. Just that game's tough. I want both to win, but only one can. And I think I'm leaning Washington just because,
I just like watching them play, man. I really do.
I do, but I think Philly is tough. Their defense is brutal.
And they're like you said, they're playing at home, and
They're playing at
it's gonna
home.
be a tough game.
What's the over/under on arrests of Philly fans at the Link this week?
I think at least 1,500, but I could be wrong.
Isn't it Philly that used to have the jail underneath?
Yeah,
they
they used to riot.
They used to do like they had a judge there.
Really?
Yeah. So, I don't know if this is. You know what? I got to look it up. But
I blame Rocky. Rocky's what turned that town into this rabid fan base.
So there is a jail under Lincoln Financial Stadium, but the court was not. So apparently they did. They used to run like an Eagles court. So when you would get like a drunken disorderly, they would adjudicate it right there
That's
at the stadium.
you know what? I applaud that. I think maybe more stadiums should do that.
That Seamus McCaffrey. This is the guy. This is the judge. Seamus P. McCaffrey is a retired American justice on the Supreme Court.
He sounds like he's from Boston.
That's just fantastic. McCaffrey presided over
Should we do that here at
in
Lodge? Should we have a jail
1993.
here?
McCaffrey he developed Eagles Court in 1998 in response to a 1997 Monday Night Football game
So
with over
really,
60 fistfights reported. Stadium violence became an embarrassment city. McCaffrey presided over the court, which was convened in the basement of the vet, and handed out fines or jail time to fans arrested during games.
Wow, I thought that was like back in the 60s, 70s. That was like end
That
of
was Oh, that is outstanding.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that is the most Philly thing I could absolutely
Okay,
think of.
Let me ask you, how many times is LaShawn McCoy in there? Just saying. Shout out LaShawn McCoy. I love you, Shady.
Oh, dude. So yeah, it's tough. It is tough to win in Philadelphia.
It is.
It is
But you know
tough to
what?
win in Philadelphia.
Jaden Daniels showed it's possible. Within the last 5 seconds of the game, he showed it was possible.
Absolutely, absolutely. But if we swing over to that Buffalo KC game,
Yep. I mean, they're playing in Arrowhead. It's going to be cold.
it's gonna
Not by
Ish.
Buffalo standards, but
Ish.
by Kansas City
You know.
standards.
by Kansas City standards, it's gonna be cold. Look, we've said it before. We said it again, and we not just us, right? Although we are the finest Masonic fantasy football podcast on the planet,
We are. We are. And we're going to look and see if we're the only one. But
yeah, we are going to do that. Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, at best, I think, are 10-5, like a 10-7,
sorry, Ben.
10-18. Just way too many last second nonsense. A lot of dropped things, missed things, bad calls. A lot of less than 6 point games. I mean, it's just somebody's looking over their shoulder this year.
Oh, yeah.
But luck runs out, and especially when you hit a team like Buffalo. Buffalo did a great job both sides of the ball last week. Okay, they were taking the ball away. How many fumbles did they force
What,
and
like-
recover last week?
Yeah. At least 2, right?
At least 2. They were getting to Lamar. Okay, they were rushing him. They were rushing him out of the
That's
pocket.
the thing. That's one good thing that the Buffalo defense does very well, is that's pressure the quarterback.
Got to get pressure on the quarterback.
And Mahomes does not do well once he's pressured.
No, and I think what you're going to see is a lot of
Von Miller's going to get to him today.
Von Miller's definitely going to get to him today.
Sorry, Benny. So the over-under is 48.5 points. Do you think they make it? You think it's over or under that? So that's...
I think it's under. I think it's under
You
because
think
I
it's gonna
think
be low scoring?
I think
Okay.
it's going to be lower scoring because I think both teams' defense are really going to bring it. Kansas City's their defense is no slouch.
No.
Okay, I
Not
mean
at
it's
all.
the only way they win so many close games is the defense keeping them in it, right?
Absolutely.
Because if you look at the scoring,
Yeah, how many
Kansas City's not putting up huge numbers,
How many
right?
games over 30 have they put up this year?
I mean, that's not a lot.
Not a lot.
Not a
I
lot.
think like a handful. Like
I mean, again, if we go back and look at the, let's take a look. We have the power. We have the tools.
we do. We have
We have the
the
tooles,
entirety
folks.
of the internet
Look at this.
at our fingertips.
Now, if only I could read.
Thank you, Grand Architect.
Why do I not? They're in the AFC. They're in the AFC West.
Yeah.
There they are.
There they are.
These glasses are not just for show, kids. Just so you know.
I thought they were a fashion statement.
All right, so let's look at that full sketch, right?
Let's do it.
So if we go back, let's go all the way back.
All right, you look up Kansas City, I'll look up Buffalo.
All right. So we're going all the way back to. So we look week 1, they played the Ravens, they won by 7. Okay.
Yep.
Beat the Bengals by 1. Beat the Falcons 22-17. Beat the Chargers by 7. Beat up on the Saints 26-13. That was a solid game.
Yep.
Okay.
And is that when Derek Carr was still there?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
Bye in week 6, week 7, 10 points against they win by 10 against the Niners. They win by 7 against the Raiders. They win by 6
And
against the Bucks.
Let's be
In OT.
Let's be honorable to them and not count the last game of the season because none of their starters.
That's
played.
fine.
Yeah,
That's fine.
You know,
Won by 2 against the Broncos. Okay.
that was a good
Then
game.
they so finally November they lose by 9 to the Bills. So the Bills already beat them. They only beat the Panthers by 3 points. That's their 30-point game. I think it's the first 30-point game I'm seeing.
Yep.
They win by 2 against Vegas, 2 against the Chargers. Okay. They spank the Browns,
Yeah,
but that's
not
fine.
saying much.
Texans, they win by 8. They win by 8. beat the Steelers by 19.
Wow.
Okay, that's on Christmas,
Yep.
which was and then the last game where they got shut out by the Broncos, but nobody played in that game.
No, nobody played. So conversely, let's go to the Buffalo game.
All right,
Let's go to the Buffalo side. I can tell you how many times they scored 30 points or less,
okay,
or less than 30 points. Once versus the Texans, they lost by 3 points, 23-20. They beat the Jets 23-20 the week after. That's 2.
yep,
Let me see. Week 15 versus the Patriots, 24-21. And then the last game of the season, which we won't count because they lost to the Patriots, 23-16.
mm-hmm.
3 games, they scored less than 30 points.
yeah.
So you don't think they're going to score more than 30 points today? It's just not looking that good for,
Again,
for Kansas City.
it's just playoff football,
It is
right?
playoff
And that's that X factor,
Yeah.
right? People tend to step it up. They've had a little more
True.
rest.
True.
But you look at some of these games, and you got to wonder how hard they tried, like 23-20 versus the Jets, really. But
But they were in Jersey. They were in front of their crowd. So maybe that has a little bit of factor
they were
to it.
at Jersey.
They were at Jersey.
They
yeah.
were at Jersey.
Just
Was
saying.
Tony Soprano there?
He might have
I
been.
mean,
He might have been. They never found the body.
they did not find the body. So it's going to
Anyway,
be
it's
tough.
gonna be-
I think Mahomes is going to do what Mahomes does, and I do think it's going to be a competitive game.
Oh, yeah. And Josh Allen's going to be Superman.
But I think
mean,
Josh Allen's the X factor.
Yep. Because we can't really,
Patrick Mahomes has an ego,
I would
know,
agree with you there.
and I think sometimes he makes plays based on that.
Okay.
He is very fast to run.
Yes.
And I think when you get back, you talk more about cerebral football and thinking about it. Josh Allen uses his legs, no doubt, right? Dude is a mobile quarterback, but I think he's a little more patient in the pocket.
Yeah.
We saw that against Baltimore, right? He knew to sit back in the pocket a little more, survey the field, and they were making some big plays, and then when they needed him to, he could use his legs. Mahomes panics a little bit, especially you get into the when the secondary gets through, when they start making when they get into the backfield, he pulls it down.
Yep.
And
And he's elusive.
he is elusive.
He's elusive.
It always bothers me though. If you watch Mahomes, he has a tendency to carry that football in one hand. Like
Yeah.
he's always looking to pass. When Josh Allen finally decides, "Hey, I'm running," he tucks the football.
And he's
Mahomes still kind of like out
Runs.
here, and I'm like, dude, somebody is going to get to you. Somebody is going to get to you, and you're going to lose that ball. But, no, I think it's going to be a great day of games.
Oh, yeah.
But let's see. I'm going to call. I got to pick the Bills.
okay.
I've got to pick the Bills to win. I think
I'm
it's going to be a tight game.
I'm also picking the Bills.
I think the Bills win, but they only win by a touchdown.
I'm taking the over though.
You think you're going to take the over?
I'm taking the over.
Okay.
Both good defenses, but I think they're going to hammer it out, and both teams are.
What's the weather going to be in Kansas City today? Let's take a look.
Yeah, well, you're gonna. I'll keep going. They're the quarterbacks are gonna make big plays, and they're gonna connect, and they're gonna score touchdowns. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's 34 right now.
Sunny or are we overcast?
Overcast.
Overcast.
Yeah,
Okay.
it looks like it's going to be overcast.
So that means it's gonna be chillier than what it is.
They pop off at 6:30 right there, the late game.
So it'll be nighttime already.
I mean, they're looking at 47 degrees at kickoff.
Really? So it's gonna get warmer,
It's going to get
Okay.
warmer. It looks like it's going to rain overnight. So
and that might
this
move,
is going to be interesting.
if
they're
that rain moves
saying-
in quickly.
They're saying by 9. Well, no, they got rain at 3
Yep.
3 a.m.
Oh, 3 a.m. Oh, okay, then it's not that
So
quick.
looks like right now it's 34 and overcast. Look, it's going to clear up by let's call it 50 degrees. It's going to be 50 degrees at the meat of the game.
Yep.
So that's
There's no way the
I mean-
Bills aren't putting up 30 today.
no.
I mean, you have to.
I
And
mean,
I
what
think they
are
will.
we doing in Philly today?
Philly,
It's going to be warm in Philly too.
about 40s again.
Yeah, it's 40 right now.
Okay.
They kick off at 3, so it's going to be about 40. So it's going to be about 10 degrees cooler, but still clear, overcast.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So you got Bills, but you're picking the under on the Bills on the Kansas City.
I'm
Bills
taking
game.
the under. I'm taking. I
That's
just.
all right.
I think defense steps up. I think the defense steps up. You know, I'm. What's the over under on the Washington game?
I'm right ahead of you, buddy. Let's see. 47.5 is actually less than that, and that was updated this morning. Or
Wow.
Actually, excuse me, not this morning, about less than an hour ago.
Hmm.
So they're a point less, and I don't know. I don't think I would have to go Washington. I would take the over on that too.
Okay. So you think points are going up today?
I think there are points going up today.
All
I think they're going to scrap it out, and all four quarterbacks are going to put points on the board. They're going to have to. They're going to.
I mean, are they?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think they are. Because,
Well, you heard it here, folks.
yep, you heard it here, and I'm totally prepared to be wrong. Except for the Bills Kansas City game. If Kansas City goes to the Super Bowl again, I'm going to be a little distraught. No offense, Manny. I know you love him. Are you gonna make a bet at the Super Bowl party again this year? Because he won last year.
No.
I thought it was a $1 bet originally. No, it wasn't. It was $5
You bet 5 and you got one back?
against the against the junior worship master.
What was the bet?
That Kansas City was gonna win. Come on, Rithia.
Got to get that in writing, man.
Come on. He's in 3rd grade. Come on. You got to pay what you owe.
But yeah.
So what about you? You didn't see your prediction for the Washington Philly game.
I think it's gonna be a tight game.
Okay.
I think Washington's gonna come out on top.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Washington's gonna come out on top.
So you and I are in agreement with who's going to win.
Yeah.
So it's going to be Washington Philly Washington Bills Super Bowl.
That's what I want. That's what America wants, I think.
I think
That's what America
wants.
wants.
Yeah.
That's what America wants.
And you know what? America should get what it wants at least once in a while. As a whole,
They should.
they should.
I can't. If the Chiefs three-peat, I can't. They're already insufferable.
Now, is that your New England fan coming out right there, or?
No, we were fucking insufferable when we were winning.
Totally
we were
insufferable.
fucking terrible, dude.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Brady could do no wrong,
Brady can still do no wrong.
and he's calling the Super Bowl too.
He is.
He is.
That'll be good.
That's gonna be
That'll
great.
Good. No, I mean, you know, but again, different era, and you know, I always respected Tom Brady because he took his hits, he got up, he did what he needed to do. It's very hard for me to find Tom Brady complaining.
And he adapted to the game.
Oh, he did adapt. But you know, he agrees, and you know, he's done multiple interviews this year where he says, you know, it's BS. You know, you cannot. You know, you still have to take a hit. You're a quarterback,
Absolutely.
but the minute you start, you leave the pocket, you're a runner.
Yeah.
You know, and it's great. You can slide, but
Which is why Tom Brady never ran.
for those of us who remember our driver's ed courses, right? One of the big reasons that you wear a seatbelt is because, you know, an object in motion will stay at motion until acted on by an outside force, and you know, cars don't stop on a dime.
Yep.
Right? And when they do, you know, you're going to go forward at an accelerated rate. That's why your seatbelt grabs you. When you expect 240 pounds of, you know, linebacker to just stop on a dime, it's not realistic.
No.
Right? If they're in motion
You're
and
gonna
you
get
late
hit.
slide or something like that, like, I'm sorry, like the officials have to be, you know, subjective. Every call is subjective. You have to look at the totality of that call.
Yep.
You cannot just be like, okay, the rules say, you know, if there's contact and he's a defenseless player. No.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be times where that's just not true. Now, if Mahomes is sliding and the defensive player comes in and cocks his fist back and takes a shot at him,
Yep.
okay, I get it. You know, if the guy, is across the field, comes across the field and hits him, yeah. But when that play is being made, how do you stop? you're asking
can't.
someone to stop. It's almost impossible.
I mean, you can ask them to try avoiding you or jumping over you or something like that. I mean,
Right, but again, you're committed to that play.
Yeah.
Right, you're committed. You've started to move your body in a certain way. You've started to do certain things. It's I've heard it before. As a goalie, like, oh, why didn't you just like get there? I'm like, dude, I'm moving in one direction, right? Like I've committed to making a save here. If somehow, and I argue all the time with people who play defense in front of me. I'm like, please, 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 if that puck, that ball is like right within that little space, don't put your foot out.
No.
Don't try to block it, because what happens is you block it and I'm going to the left or I'm going to the right and it hits your foot and now it goes to the left and I'm headed right. I can't get back.
No.
Right? And it's the same thing here when we're talking about somebody's committed to making a tackle. They're in midair.
Yeah.
Right? There's no jetpack to be like you're going. If you're moving, forward, that's the position you're in. And I personally think it's a little bit incumbent on the offensive player. You're the one who controls when you slide. You're supposed to have your head up and see what's going on. If you've got your head down, you don't see what's going on, you get hit, that's on you.
Now, if it comes from behind, that's one thing.
Well,
You
that's
can't
from
see-
behind. You can't see
you can't
behind
see it.
yourself.
Yeah, but in front of you, definitely.
And
I was just reminded of something we talked about last week. I don't know who said it, but I think one of us said that we're going to do, for Halloween, we're going to do Mahomes with a Guardian cap on.
that was you.
That was me? Yeah.
That was you.
I'm still committed to that.
And you're committed to the
Oh,
Guardian cap?
I'm committed
Absolutely.
to Mahomes with the Guardian cap on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Benny, can I borrow your jersey? Think it'll fit? You think it'll fit me? Maybe? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take those odds.
we know Ben's got the Chiefs
Ben's got
winning
the
against
Chiefs
the Bills.
today.
Benny, who do you have winning, Philly or
Or
Washington? All right,
Alright.
so Benny's got Washington. Danny, how about you?
Shrugs. Danny, who's your favorite team? You don't have one? Do you like watching football? Okay, well, no, that's all right.
That's fine.
All right.
That's fine.
All right, Worshipful, what about you?
Washington Bills.
Okay.
All right.
Wow,
Yeah.
you picked Bills
house-
over Kansas City.
A house
okay.
divided.
Yes.
A house divided.
All right. So we got
A house
everybody
divided against itself cannot stand,
cannot stand.
according to Abraham Lincoln.
All righty. So we got everybody's picks.
Got everybody's
So,
picks?
I'd like to take a moment to talk about our Super Bowl party if I can.
Absolutely.
All righty.
This message brought to you by Campbell Soup.
So we need something to do for the kids because, we're going to start at 5. We're going to keep them entertained. So are we looking at a football tournament? Are we looking at a Mario Kart tournament? What do you think, Tim?
Dice.
Dice? There we
Dice.
go. Bring your dollar bills, guys. what, Benny? You want football?
Fortnite.
Fortnite?
Nah. I mean, I like the idea of Mario Kart.
I like the
I
idea of
think
Mario
Mario
Kart
Kart
too.
keeps people entertained.
And do we still have the TV upstairs?
The big one? Yeah,
Yeah, the big
we
one?
got the
Okay.
big one on the stand. We can bring that down.
All right, awesome. Yeah, I've got a Switch.
I've got a Switch, but I mean, I've got the big controllers too that I
Yeah,
can
me
bring.
too.
Um,
So you don't want to play
Uno?
Uno?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. Oh,
Oh, that could be interesting too.
and
And
Fortnite.
Fortnite. Fortnite's very, very important to Ben.
Well, I mean, it's Fortnite.
I don't know. I've never played Fortnite. I just let Logan start playing Minecraft on a private server at my house.
Yeah, I do that. my kids just play with their friends. I don't let them play online, but I just let Rory start playing Roblox and.
He's 5, dude. He plays like I'll have him. He'll be playing Minecraft on the Xbox, and then I'll come downstairs 5 minutes later. He's playing lacrosse or
Minecraft is
some
fun
other
though. I play with
game.
my kids sometimes with Minecraft. It's actually soothing with the music.
yeah.
But I
could
like
be.
putting together Legos as an adult. So,
Dude, I'm so behind on Legos. I have like 6 sets I got to put together.
dude, me too. I got the world map I got to put together.
Yeah, see, I'm exclusively Star Wars Legos.
Oh, nice. Did you pick up the AT-AT, the Walker?
Not the $800 one.
Oh,
I have the
okay.
other one. I don't have room for the big ones. Like I only
No.
have one UCS set. It's the Slave one from 2015.
Yeah, that's the greatest one. Did you put it together?
2014. Oh yeah, it's
Okay.
together. That was like the first big Lego set I had, and then I mean, I've got so many. Like I'm out of shelf space. I have to redo the shelving, and there's a couple that I think I'm gonna trade.
Okay, what do you got?
So I have the First Order Star Destroyer,
Okay.
and I have the Justifier, which is a Cad Bane ship. Which honestly I just bought because I wanted the minifigure. So like that one's going without minifigures. The other one, people can have the minifigures.
All right, you heard it here first.
But I usually go to there's a place in Southington, Bricks and Minifigs.
Yep, I go there.
So they'll take trade.
Really?
Yeah, they'll take trade. So
Okay.
like I'll bring the sets down because they have the new Imperial Star Destroyer that I want. That's in my cart. There's only a couple of helmets I don't have. Plus they have a new helmet this year. And they started doing the MIDI scale ships, the
Yep.
little. So I have I've gotten all except for the Falcon. I'll probably end up buying it just to have. But I already have a Falcon.
yeah.
So it's like I don't need another one.
You have what, the $140 Falcon?
Aaron got it for me.
Yeah.
I don't.
It's
I
not the
don't
big one though, right?
No, it's not the
No.
UCS.
No,
Like I
it's-
said, the UCS ones. While I love them, like
They're huge.
they just take up so much room. I've got all the helmets except I'm missing the TIE Fighter pilot
Okay.
and the Stormtrooper. So if anybody has those hanging around,
Yep.
now I get the AT-AT driver this year. I got the MIDI scale ships. I got that. So the rumor is also. So I don't know if you've seen the Marvel
The
logo.
Yeah, that's
So they're
awful.
doing a Star Wars one.
Oh, really? I didn't
so
see that
I want
one.
to see what that looks like.
That should be cool. I would
Um,
rather have that than the Marvel one. The Marvel one's just.
Well, I mean, it's cool looking. Like I like if they do the same kind of thing with the minifigures coming out of it, I think it'll be cool. And then
There's another rumor about a new Death Star model.
I heard that $1,000.
$1,000 for.
But it hasn't. So there's a couple of guys on YouTube that I follow that they're really that neither one of them has mentioned this Death Star. So I don't think that's happening. The UCS set for May is another Slave one, Jango Fett. So we're coming up next year. Next year will be 25 years. I think next year's 25 years for episode 3.
Yep.
So that's what they're coming up on. No, episode 3 was
25. I think it's 2005. It came out every 3 years, so 99, 2002, and then 2005.
Oh, yeah,
this is
that's
the
right. Yeah, we're 20 years now.
20th
So
anniversary
this is
year.
20th anniversary this year. So that's why you're getting these sets. I did hear a rumor as well that they're doing a B1 battle droid.
Yeah, I've
You
seen
know,
that
to
one.
match up with
Yep.
the one they did last year. So we'll see. But I wait until like I place like $1,000 Lego order on May the 1st
There you go.
because the promo is there. So
Oh, the promo for
so
Star
whatever
Wars
they're doing
month is awesome.
for May the 1st. So
Yeah.
usually you get a good set, a good exclusive set.
Those
like-
yeah, they had the lightsaber last year.
No, last year
Was it-
was the it was droids. It was like a
Oh, I-
droid dropship or something.
No, was it the year before that was the Lego lightsaber? I know one year they gave out the Lego lightsaber as a
No,
promo.
that's been a while.
Okay.
They always they usually do 2 or 3 things. So
Gotcha.
one is a set
Yep.
that's exclusive. You can only get it if you spend like $300 on Lego at during the May 4th promo. Then one is the last couple of years has been like these weird coins. And then,
Oh, yeah, I saw-
and sometimes
yeah,
it's a
those are-
poly bag or something like
yeah.
that. So it's something weird. But we're way off football now. I mean, we could start a Lego
Well-
podcast, I guess.
Well,
Um,
when football is over with, we can
Yeah,
totally
we've got
talk
to
about
start.
Legos
We've
now.
got to totally talk about that. But I mean, that being said, I mean, I think we're good.
I think we're good. So
Games at 3:00 today and
Yep.
6:30
if-
today.
If anyone's listening, I am going to be here for 3:00 football with the
There you go.
Lodge. So Washington Philly game. If there's enough people, we can pull together for pizza. Bring chips or something if you want. But there will be football today at the Lodge. Come on down. And in 2 weeks we have our Super Bowl party.
2 weeks we have the Super Bowl party.
5
2 weeks.
o'clock at the Lodge. Bring everybody. It's not a Masonic event, so friends, family. It'll be a good time. We're having a wing competition. I'm going to enter. Virtual Max is entering, and I know we have at least 2 others.
Yeah, I'm in.
You're
I'll
in?
be doing
Okay.
some wings. Yeah.
Timmy, 3. There we go.
Yep.
So
Yep,
it will
yep,
be a
yep,
great
yep, yep.
time. And if you don't want to hang out for the whole game, you don't have to. You can come and go as you please.
Joel,
No pressure. But
No
we
pressure.
We'll be here next week, right? To talk about today's games.
we should be.
Yeah, let's be here next
Yeah,
week.
we'll be here next week.
Maybe we'll talk more Legos.
We can talk more
We'll
Legos.
talk more Legos.
There we go.
Alrighty. Well, this is Eric,
And this is Tim.
and you were listening to the Village Idiots podcast. We are Connecticut's best Masonic fantasy football podcast because we are Connecticut's only fantasy football podcast.
Possibly the world.
Possibly the world. We will find out for you.
We will.
Have a great week, guys. We'll
Have
see
a
you
good
soon.
one.